Hello everyone, myself Anand Joshi and I am working as a assistant professor in Chandigarh Polytechnic College, Ghadua in mechanical department. So today our topic is SI engine and its working, stages of combustion and its effects on stages. So detonation is the next topic and how we control the detonation. So let's start today's topic SI engine and its working. So now I will share with you a presentation on SI engine. So this is the first slide of SI engine in combustion. Ignition limit is the initial stage. Ignition limit corresponds approximately to that mixture ratio at lean and rich ends of the scale, where the heat released by spark is no longer sufficient to starting combustion in the neighboring UN burnt mixture. The flame will propagate only if the temperature of the burned gases exceeds approximately 1250 degrees Celsius in the case of hydrocarbon air mixture. The lower and upper ignition limits of the mixture depend upon mixture ratio and flame temperature. The ignition limits are wider at increased temperature because if of higher rates of reaction. So this is the first stage, and in this second slide we saw stages of combustion in SI engine. So in this side, upper side, the diagram shows a pressure bar, and in the lower side is horizontally shows a crank angle degree. So in the first stage it shows a spark ignite point, and in the second stage it shows a flame propagation, and in the third stage C to D dash it shows a afterburning, where the unburned particles are removed from the outlet valve. In the starting point is initial point, starting point is spark ignition. Spark ignition is at 1250 degrees Celsius is the starting point of a temperature. When it increases, the temperature and pressure increases at its peak point at a level of second stage at the end point in the C point. And after that, C to C and D, it is the point that where the afterburn stage is produced. In the afterburn, the unburned particles are produced and it reduces and it exits from the outlet valve. So this is the diagram shows three stages of SI engines. Next is the theoretical part of stages of combustion in SI engine. So stage 1, ignition lag or preparation phase. So stage 1 ignition lag, it is a chemical process which depend on nature of fuel, temperature and pressure, proportion of exhaust gas, rate of burning and temperature. It is the growth and development of a semi-propagating nucleus of flame at a exceeds temperature 10,000 degrees Celsius. At the end of this stage, the first rise of pressure can be detected. It is the point where the line of combustion departs from the compression line. So this is a diagram, this is the type of stage 1 theoretical part. Next is stage 2, propagation of flame. So in this stage, it is a simple, pure and mechanical process. So it is a mechanical process where the temperature and pressure rises at a highest point. So the starting point of the second stage is where first measurable rise of pressure can be seen on the indicator diagram. The point where the line of the combustion departs from the compression line. During second stage, the flame spread throughout the combustion chamber. In the second stage, when the spark ignited, before spark ignited, the air and fuel mixture enter into the combustion chamber, and then after that, in the second stage, the mixture is spread throughout the combustion chamber. The second stage ends at a maximum pressure. It is also discussed in previous slides and previous topic. Air and fuel mixture reaches at its highest temperature and pressure point. In the third stage, after burning stage. End of second stage means completion of flame travel, but it does not result in complete heat release. Even after the passage of flame, some chemical adjustments continue throughout the expansion stroke near the walls and behind the turbulent flame front. The rate of combustion reduces due to surface of the flame front becoming smaller and reduction in turbulence. So these are the three stages in combustion chamber. So what are the effects of engine variable on ignition lag in the first stage? So these are the some effects like fuel mixture ratio, initial pressure and temperature, electrode gap and turbulence. So starting we describe briefly. First is point is a fuel which affects on ignition lag. It is depend on chemical nature of fuel. The higher the self-ignition temperature of fuel, the longer the ignition lag. Mixture ratio. The ignition lag is smallest for the mixture ratio, which gives the maximum temperature. This mixture ratio is somewhat richer than the stoichiometric ratio. Initial pressure and temperature, increasing the intake prime temperature, pressure, compression ratio, and retarding spark all reduces the ignition lag. Electrode gap. It affects establishment of the nucleus flame. If the gap is too small, quenching of the flame nucleus may occur, and range of fuel air ratio for the development of a flame nucleus is reduced. Turbulence is the last fact on ignition lag. Measured in degree of crank rotation, the ignition lag increases almost linearly with engine speed. For this reason, it becomes necessary to advance the spark timing at higher speed. So these are the effects of engine variable on ignition lag. So next is the effect of engine variable on second stage, which is flame propagation. Fuel air ratio with hydrocarbon fuels, the maximum flame velocity occurs when mixture strength is 110% of stoichiometric. Lean mixture release less thermal energy, resulting in lower flame temperature and flame speed. Compression ratio is the second effect. A higher compression ratio increases the pressure and temperature of the working mixture and decreasing the concentration of residual gases. Third is intake temperature and pressure. Increase in the intake temperature and pressure increase the flame speed also. Engine load. When the increase in the engine load, the cycle pressure increases. Hence, the flame speed increases also. Turbulence. The flame speed is very low in non-turbulent mixtures. A turbulent motion of the mixture intensifies the processes of heat transfer and mixing of the burned and unburned portion in the flame front. These two factors cause the velocity of turbulent flame to increase practically in proportion to the turbulence velocity. However, excessive turbulence is also undesirable. Engine speed. So the higher the engine speed, the greater the turbulence inside the cylinder. This is the another effect on flame propagation. For this reason, the flame speed increases almost linearly with engine speed. Last point is engine size. Engine of small similar design generally run at same piston speed. This is achieved by smaller engine having larger RPM and larger engine having smaller RPM. RPM means revolution per minute. In this slide, we see abnormal combustion topic. Detonation type of abnormal combustion. So you saw this is a circular shape size diagram. In the starting point, a point is A, which shows about a ignition lag point. In this point, starting of flame is started and temperature and pressure is increased from starting point. After that, when it reaches the B to B dash, in this stage, B to B dash is the second stage starting point. After that, C to C dash and B dash, in between this size, a second stage is reach is the maximum stage point at maximum temperature and pressure also. In the third last point is C dash and D. In this stage, after burning stage is reached. In this stage, unburned particles are left from the outlet valve. Abnormal combustion. So this is a slide shows a theoretical part of a abnormal combustion, which we discussed in previous slides. Effects of detonation. So these are the some effects of detonation: noise and vibration. The presence of vibratory motion causes crankshaft vibration and the engine runs rough. It is the basic effect of detonation in SI engine. Mechanical damage. The cylinder head and valves may be pitted. Increased rate of wear may occur. Carbon deposits. Detonation results in increased carbon deposits. Increase in heat transfer occurs due to scoring away of protective layer of inactive stagnant gas on the cylinder walls due to pressure waves. Decrease in power output and efficiency. This is a very important part, because if engine does not give a good efficiency or a power output, then it will decrease the efficiency and performance. So due to increase in the rate of heat transfer, the power output as well as efficiency of a detonating engine decreases. Pre-ignition, the increased rate of heat transfer to valves causes local overheating of spark plug, which ignites charge before the spark, thus causing pre-ignition. Pre-ignition means if a spark ignite before the sparking point, then it's called a pre-ignition. Control of detonation. If a detonation produces, then how we control the detonation? There are some methods to control the detonation in engine. Increasing engine RPM, retarding spark timing, reducing pressure in inlet manifold by throttling, making the ratio too lean or too rich, preferably latter, water injection. So these are the methods for control of detonation. These are some other methods also. Use of low compression ratio, increasing turbulence, relocating spark plugs, or use of 2 or more spark plugs, suitable combustion chamber designed to reduce flame length and to reduce temperature of end gas. It can be eliminated by using high octane fuels or by adding additives known as dopes to petrol. In this slide, a question rises: what is ignition delay? How it affects the combustion process in SI engine? SI engine, spark ignition engine. in abnormal combustion called detonation. End charge auto-ignites before the flame front reaches it. To auto-ignite, the last unburned charges must reach our critical temperature and remain at this temperature for certain length of time. This time required in the chemical preparation phase is called ignition delay. So this called a definition called a ignition delay. If ignition delay period is longer than the time required for the flame front to burn through the unburned charge, there will be no detonation in SI engine. So note that if ignition delay period is longer than the time period for the flame front to burn through the unburned charge, there will be no detonation in SI engine. Abnormal combustion, a pre-ignition, which we discussed in a previous slide. Second one is surface ignition. Under certain conditions, air fuel mixture is ignited by a hot spot in the cylinder. So surface ignition is initiation of a flame front by a hot surface other than the spark is called surface ignition. Surface ignition occurring before the spark is called pre-ignition, and that occurring after the spark is called post-ignition. In this slide, SI engine combustion chamber, basic requirement of a good combustion chamber. What are the requirement of a basic good combustion chambers are there? First is high power output, second high thermal efficiency and low specific fuel consumption, third smooth engine operation, reduced exhaust pollution, high volumetric efficiency, minimum length of flame travel, provision of suitable quench reason. So these are the some good combustion chamber requirements. This is the stages of and types of combustion chamber. This is a T-type head combustion chamber. Look in the starting point, it is a intake valve and this is the exhaust valve. It located a spark plug at the top of it. This is a L size cylinder head and this is a combustion chamber, and this is a Ricardo turbulent combustion chamber. Here are another type of F head type, and this is a hemispherical type Jaguar combustion chamber. So these are the types of SI engine combustion chamber. Wedge type. It has the spark plug positioned off center in the widest part of the wedge. The intake and exhaust valves are usually positioned next to each other. The air fuel mixture is compressed into an area called the quench area on the piston travel through the compression stroke to TDC. So TDC means top dead center. So in the cylinder, a two portion having a piston from TDC to BDC. TDC means top dead center and bottom dead center. When the air and fuel mixture from inlet valve from the cylinder, the intake entering air fuel mixture into the chamber, the air and fuel mixture into the intake valve, and first stage is the started suction stroke, and after that air and fuel mixture is compressed, and third part is a spark and ignited the mixture, and after that in the fourth part exhaust valve and exhaust part after burnt particles, unburnt particles removed from the exhaust valve. So this is the step of a 4-stroke engine. So in the next slide, hemispherical type. The main characteristics of the hemispherical combustion chamber is that it is rounded. When the piston is at TDC, the combustion chamber resembles a half ball, hence the name. Look at that. This is the wedge shape, and this is a hemi non-turbulent, and third one is a pent roof type of chamber. So in the wedge shape, a spark plug located at the corner of side, and inlet valve and located at the taper side. So in the cylinder, squish quench area is there. So in the hemi non-turbulent, a combustion chamber is there, cylinder, and a spark plug located at the center point, intake valve and exhaust valve are located. So in pent roof, also a similar position, but some changes of design also. So in the SI engine combustion chamber, so various types of combustion chamber like T head, L head, F head. So their advantage and disadvantages are described in 2-3 slides. So in the first slide, T head combustion chamber are described. First one advantage is easy to manufacture, flat cylinder head, lower height of engine, and front hood for better frontal visibility of vehicle. Drawback, its disadvantage is longer length of flame travel, increased detonation tendency. Second type is combustion chamber, L head or side head combustion chamber. Its first advantage is neat and compact layout. Second is easy to lubricate valves, easy to decarbonize engine. Disadvantage is first, lack of turbulence, extremely prone to detonation. Third, extremely sensitive to ignition timing, slow combustion. Third type is Ricardo turbulent head style valve. First advantage is faster flame speed, reduction detonation, and third one is homogeneous air fuel mixture formation. Drawbacks is inefficient operation as compared to latest engine with compression ratio of 10:1. Fourth type is F-head combustion chamber. First advantage is flat roof allow use of an inlet valve bigger than exhaust valve. Valve and plug cooling is efficient is the second point. Drawback is complex valve operating mechanism. Fifth is a I-head combustion chamber. So in this chamber, type of chamber, advantage is lower pumping losses and higher volumetric efficiency. Lesser distance of flame travel, therefore low octane requirement. More uniform cooling of cylinder and piston. Lower surface to volume ratio and therefore less heat loss. Fifth is easier to cast and hence lower casting cost. Drawbacks, disadvantages, larger sized valves cannot be accommodated. Second, valve operating mechanism gets disturbed while decarbonizing combustion chamber. So in the end, combustion of in CI engine, air fuel ratios in CI engine for a given speed, irrespective of load, and approximately constant supply of air centers in the cylinder. With change in load, the quantity of fuel is changed, which changes the air fuel ratio. The poor distribution of fuel and its limited intermixing with air results in objectionable smoke if operated near chemical correct air. Fuel ratio 4:5:1 for diesel. So these are this is the slides for SI engine working, detonation, and effects on stages. So thank you all for joining today lecture. So in this lecture, we discuss about SI engines, its working, its various parts of SI engines, Effects of stages, three stages. First is ignition lag, second is flame of propagation, and last one is unburnt particle. So we describe the three stages of combustion chamber also. And detonation, what are the effects of detonation, how we control the detonation. So we discuss in this lecture. Thank you all for joining today, and discuss about CI engine further more details in the next lecture. Thank you all.